Hi, welcome to Checkpoint Running video. Today we're out here in Patapsco Valley State Park. We're going to run the McKeldin loop. This is just an easy loop with a little bit of a steep climb and a steep descent about halfway through. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and then I'll explain what we're doing today and how long we'll be running for. So here we go. Let's turn you around, get on the trail. So last week I wanted to do another nice long run video, but you might be able to tell in my voice a little bit and from the sniffles that I was sick. I was really sick. Still not feeling super great, so today I chose to just try out this loop to see how running feels and kind of recover a little bit. So that's what we're doing today. As I said in the intro, this is a pretty tame loop. Mostly flat. We'll be following rivers for a good portion of it. And then we'll have one really steep climb, which I will probably just walk. It's almost not even runnable, even if I weren't sick. And then we run for a little while, and then we come back down, kind of near where we started. And that'll be the loop. So, I'm just warming up. Excuse me. Looks like we had some deadfall. It was very windy yesterday. And they've also, looks like they've done a lot of work on this trail. It's a lot wider and very smooth. Hey. So I am, like I said, in the Patapsco Valley State Park, which is in central Maryland. We're doing the McKeldin loop. So you find that on a map. And then we're going to go counterclockwise today. I don't really have a preference for doing this loop one way or the other. Just, I guess, started this way because we'll end on a descent, and this gives me plenty of time to warm up since I haven't run in a week. Over a week, really. It's been about a week and a half since I ran. because I was so sick. I don't know what I had, some kind of flu. But man, it put me down hard. So I'm feeling a lot better. Still a little bit of a lingering cough, which I think is just from clearing out the mucus. So I'm not running very hard today. Just a nice, easy run. I'm actually going to try to keep everything around a 4 out of 10 RPE and just enjoy this beautiful day. So even though I am taking this pretty easy because I'm coming off of being sick, I'm feeling this pretty hard. So slow it down just a little bit. And also, even though it's a nice, easy run, still brought all my nutrition with me. So I can take some carbs along the way, which is still important for recovery and performance, even if I'm not racing or doing a really long run. So this weather is really nice break though. So you may remember if you watched my previous long run video that it snowed and rained on the back half. So as much fun as it was, the next day it just rained and it was pretty miserable. The McKeldin Rapids is a popular spot for a lot of people, especially in the summer. There are some spots where it's safe to swim down here. A lot of people come here and cool off. So get down here and take a look. You can hear it, hear the rapids. they're not super big rapids or anything, but still neat. Something to break up everything out here. All right. Let's go ahead and start working our way along the trail here again. So like I said, this is a really easy trail. I really like this one for just nice, easy runs. And then each loop is about 4 miles. So if you're following along at home and want to know, how fast I'm going, it's not fast today. I'm doing about a 13 to 14 minute pace. So this will take us a little bit less than an hour, hopefully. But I like this one because it is it's just 4 miles almost exactly for a loop. So if you've got somebody who's new to trail running, this is a great spot to come. You can see the trail isn't as technical as what the AT was a couple weeks ago. So, anybody could really run or hike this. Especially if somebody is used to road running. This is nice and flat, very easy to navigate. No roots or rocks to speak of. Hey, thanks. So yeah, you can just easily run along here, and any of the parts that do get kind of technical, like this, just walk them. I mean, heck, even I'm gonna walk them today. No point in getting physically hurt on top of the illness. That would really set me back. Yeah, that illness I have currently almost over really sucked for me. I haven't been that sick in a long time. Head cold or something like that I can deal with. You get one or two of those almost every year, especially me, where I have school-age children. They bring all sorts of stuff home. And just gonna be careful as we kind of climb along this rock here to get to the other side. Look at that river, though. It's clear today. It's not usually that clear. All right. But if we slip, we're going down in the water and it's cold. So take it easy. Almost to the other side here. All right, here we go. And so that illness I had really sucked because I had all my, metrics going in the right direction. Like, I use a Garmin watch, and there's always jokes about how it'll tell you you're not productive after you've run a race, or you just did a really hard long run or something. And mine, to my coach's credit, was like on week 6 of being in a green, which I think means progressing or progression, not sure which might be my longest active streak. And then on top of that, other metrics were up. VO2 max was up a little bit. Power to weight ratio was up a little bit. My endurance score was up. My hill score was up. I don't know how any of those get calculated by Garmin, but as long as, wearing the same watch and, doing all that stuff, and it's, they don't change the calculation midway through or something, and it should be, an accurate trend. So, yeah. I was really, really happy with my training and how things were going. Looking forward to doing more of these videos, keeping them going week after week. And then, I don't know what it was, Friday night, started getting chills. Saturday, started having a bit of a fever. And by the time Saturday night came around, I was done. I slept almost all day Sunday. Didn't even get out of bed. So, but how beautiful is this though? I missed this. This is why I run right here. Just these beautiful, beautiful nature. So, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of nutrition here, even though I haven't been going for very long. But, yeah. So maybe you can see on the other side over there, there's a trail marker. This was part of the Howard County Through Trail. And so when the water is low like this in the river, there's many places you can cross, and this is one of them, where there's a bunch of rocks people hop across. You can keep on going over to the other side. So we're not doing that today. I think if you take the through trail from one end of the county to the other, it's about 25 miles or something, maybe a little bit more. So maybe one day we'll do that, but not today. So I'm just taking this C30, Never Second C30. This one's the citrus flavor, which I like. None of the Never Second flavors are especially strong. They're all pretty light on your tongue. So I really like those. Oh, somebody's out there in the river, slipped on a rock. Says the water is cold. Yeah, I think it's about 30 degrees today. Air temperature. The river's not frozen though, so hasn't been cold, super cold recently. All right, let me go ahead and keep going here. Let's get back to running, put the trash away. first gunshot for today. There's a shooting range not too far away from this trail. So as you kind of go along here, you'll hear the pop, pop, pops, from the guns in the distance sometimes. It's another place you can cross pretty easily to the other side. When it comes to river crossing here, though, in the winter, when the water's this low, you can pretty much cross anywhere. You might have to get your feet a tiny bit wet, but it's really only ankle deep for almost all of it. Sometimes there are horses out on this trail. They're always fun to have as running partners. Be careful over these roots. There we go. So train off in the distance. following the river here. It's so calm today. Yesterday we had gusts of wind up to I think about 30 or 40 miles per hour. We were under a fire watch because it's dry enough, and then with the wind, had a fire started, probably would have been very challenging to control. And today, so calm. Quiet too. Occasional gun round from the shooting range, where I heard the faint train whistle. So we're still just going along. I did warm up and picked up my pace just a tiny bit. But it was about a 13-minute pace. And now I'm at about a 12:30 pace. Just going easy. My watch just dinged 2 miles. So about halfway around the loop. And you can see this trail is just super well groomed, very friendly for beginner trail runners. Almost like road. And then I'm doing the perimeter trail, stay down by the river here and just go easy. But there are trails that go off up into the hills here a little bit. Eventually we do run out of space up here, and we do have to climb. Perimeter trail is going to have these stairs that we climb, really steep to get up. But if I were taking someone new on these trails, I might turn off a little bit earlier, take a more gradual ascent, a little bit shorter of a route, but also a little bit easier. If you're following along at home on a treadmill or bike, you're gonna go your own pace. You could use this as a nice, easy, 45 minutes to an hour run like I am today. Or you could, use this one as like a faster workout. I do like this loop for fast trail workouts as well, because it is so well groomed. You can really focus on just going fast and not worry too much about foot placement and technical stuff. we're almost to that climb I've been talking about. This sign up here that says foot traffic only beyond this point. It lets me know about a quarter-mile away from it, I think. Because horses can't get up and down the slope. It's so steep. Also a little bit of technical rock work up here that we'll probably just walk across. Oh, that's deadfall. Goodness, that's a big tree. Couple of big trees. Like one took out the other. It's frozen a little bit over here. It's on the we're around on the northern side now. Doesn't get as much sun in the mountain here. So there's a little bit of ice. Deer walk on it. It doesn't look thick enough. Watching the rocks here. Wow. That tree. I guess that was where the trail used to be. Huh. Oh, we'll go this way. That gets us through the rocks for the most part. A little bit more. Same thing, take it easy. Not in any rush today. This was really, for me, a feel out run. See if I'm really over being sick. And let my coach know how I feel. Oh, dear. He's agile as a deer out here. Anyway, so the tree came out. So I'll let my coach know how I'm feeling and update the rest of my training. Hey, I'm good. How are you? Hey, enjoy your hike. All right, here's our stairs. Here we go. On up. Ooh. So yeah, I'm gonna walk these. It's not really runnable. It's a little bit slippery too from the mud. So we'll just climb this. Oop. Yeah, very slippery. There we go. Ah. All right, there we go. To the top. gonna recover a little bit. That was so steep, even walking it, not even power hiking it. And after being out for a week, a little more than a week and sick, that was challenging. It's probably good for my lungs though. Get a little exercise. Alright, so just about done with our loop. There's 3 miles, so only another mile. Just kind of rolling hills along here, and then we have a descent all the way back down to where we started, and that'll complete the loop. So one really good deep breath, and let's try and run a little bit again. I'm being careful though. They've done some sort of grooming to the trail here, but then it's wet, and I don't know if that's from just being in nature and like the dew or the frost that accumulated and then melted, or if this is residual from the snow we had and it just hasn't had time to dry out yet. But it is very slippery. So actually, I'm gonna wait till it's at least not going downhill. All right, cross that little brook. See, they graded this side too. Well, we'll give it a try. I slip, I slip. All right, so back to gentle, easy running. I think what they did was they came through here and they widened this. So it used to only be like a single track, and now it's almost double track. So I guess that's okay. I'll accommodate more traffic during the summer. Fresh horse poo. Maybe they came through this morning. I definitely was seeing the tracks in the mud. Slippery. I think we're at our closest point to the shooting range now. There's a highway that runs down below us here. And I think the range is just on the other side of that highway at a gun club. In fact, you can see it over there in the distance through the trees. It's a little quieter once the leaves come in. still slipping. Just like a thin layer of mud on top of some of these trails that's sliding away. I didn't expect it to be muddy at all today. I didn't wear any deep lugs or multi-directional lugs or anything. These are just some Topo trail running shoes, Topo brand. I forget the model. And the lugs on these are not deep. And there's not very many of them either. Ooh. Very, very slippery. Yeah. Just gonna walk a little bit. I don't think I could really run this safely here. Ooh. Extra, extra slippery. Almost done with it, I think. Just gotta get up to the descent, and I don't think that'll be slippery. Last time I ran that, it was covered in gravel and rocks, so hoping it still is, and they didn't like try to smooth it out or something. Oh my goodness, this mud. Oh, it's kind of crazy. I don't even know why it's like super wet just on the trail either. Like all around me is just completely dry. It's like by clearing this out, I think they compacted it at the same time so the water couldn't percolate through the soil. And they stripped like the organic matter that is really good at holding water. So now you just have clay and silt, and it makes it very slippery. All right, let's run this last little bit here, if we can, without sliding and falling on our butts. Ooh, slippery, so slippery. Coming out of it. There we go. All right, no cars. Cross over. All right, time for a nice descent down. Oh, nice to be off that mud. seemed like they might have smoothed this out a little bit, but not very much. So for me, this was just a check-in run, see how I was feeling after being sick. But for you, I hope that it was a nice short little run and you enjoyed that loop with me. I'm Dylan, this is Checkpoint Running. Thanks for running with me. If you like this sort of thing, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more, and I'll see you in the next one.